Hi, teacher candidates. It's Dr. Pena Florida again, and I'm here to share with you tutorial number 4, which is adding your subject-specific pages and subpages. This gets a little tricky because it looks different for multiple subjects and single subject. So what I have for you, and I will share this with you at the end, I have a mentor text that you can use to follow. So please note multiple subjects. When you are done creating your subject specific page, you will have the following subpages: mathematics, ELA, science health, social studies, the arts, physical education, and Bible. Please note that for each subject, you are to choose between 1 to 4 standards to illustrate your understanding and abilities. And what I've tried to do on this site is to give you exactly what is expected. So for mathematics, you have three things that you need to upload. One is plans, implements, evaluates, instruction. The second one is math practices. The third one is your choice. Please note that language arts, you have a total of 4. Science and health, you have a total of 3. Social studies, you have a total of 2. The arts, physical education, and Bible, you just have 1. So what does this look like? Well, if you hover over, let's do English language arts, you'll see how I structured it for you. And that just makes it easier for your field supervisor and whoever your advisor is to read. So here's, because English language arts has 4, the first one is word study. And then of course you'll choose the standard, and then you'll have your artifact, and then you'll have your brief answers to those 3 questions. What is this? Why did I choose it? What did I learn? The second is reading, and then the same thing, the standard, your artifact, and then you're answering those 3 questions. The third is writing, same thing, standard, artifact, responding to those 3 questions. And then finally, the last one is your choice. Whatever the standard is, your artifact, and then your answers to those 3 questions. So that's just an example of what it looks like. Let's do one more. Let's do mathematics. Here's what an exemplar text looks like. And I just did it for one. So for mathematics, I have the first one, which is plans, implements, evaluates, instruction. I chose standard B, and then I wrote out the standard. And then my artifact is the UDL lesson plan. And then my response is, what is this? Why did I choose it? What did I learn? And I lifted this from a teacher candidate from a few years ago. The second one is math practices. So please note the standards that you need to choose, your artifact, and then your responses to the question. And then same thing with your student choice. If you are single subject, yours is going to look a little bit different. So for single subjects, you will have as many subpages based upon the amount of standards for your particular subject. So what I've done on the homepage for the single subject, I've given you links to the TPEs and letting you know how many standards total, and so how many subpages you'll need to create. So please note for religion, it's 8 subpages, English is 12, math is 13, science is 12, etc., etc., etc. My exemplar text, excuse me, is for English. So if you want to see an exemplar, you can click here, or you can go look under English, or I did TPEC. And so you notice I wanted to share this. So this is an example for English language arts. And so you will be titling your subpages, your subject, TPE, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to however many you have for your subject. So you'll see that this is an exemplar of what it could look like. So what I have is the standard, and then I have my artifacts, 2 videos, and then a picture of my Google Slides, and then another picture of my Google Slides, and then of course my responses to those 3 questions. All right, so let's get started. So this first will be for single, multiple subject. So if you are single subject, you might want to fast forward this um, until fast forward this, but I don't know how long it's going to be. So sorry about that. All right, single subject or multiple subjects. What you're going to be doing is head to this to the pages, and what you're going to see is the home, about me, and your TPEs. So what we're going to do now is create another page. So click on the plus button, and actually this is for all of you. This is for single subject and multiple subject. Call it subject specific, like that. Yeah. And don't write MS or SS, that's just for the mentor text. And then click done. Okay, now this is for multiple subject. If you're multiple subjects, what I want for you to do is to hover over the single subject specific. You'll see the 3 vertical lines. Click on that, add subpage, and then title it mathematics. Okay. If you are, I'm just going to add another subject specific for my single subject. If you are single subject, hover over those where the 3 vertical lines are over subject specific, click on it, and then add a subpage, and then title it your whatever your subject is. So let's say math, TPE, lowercase a, like that. Okay, so let's pause for a second, and I want to do math. So math, click on that, and then you'll see that it has changed to math. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the information that you need to add. And this is I'm just going to do this for math, but you are responsible as an example, but you should be able to do the rest after you're done. So under math, multiple subjects, click on text box, and then you are titling it number 1, plans, implements, evaluates, instruction. Like that. I like to use title, so it's bigger. And then hit the text box again. And what you want to do is type in the following: multiple subjects, multiple subject, specific pedagogy mathematics, and then whatever the standard is. Actually, I think it would be easier not to do that. You can just write standard X like that, and then leave it blank because we're creating templates. All right, now let's put placeholders so you can add the artifacts later. So click on placeholder, and you can make it bigger if you want to, or if you know you're going to have more, you want the option of having more, you can click on 2 placeholders and then move it where you see fit. So I'm moving mine, and then I like to make mine equal in distance. You don't have to, but just like that. Okay. And then now you're going to need to do another text box, just like this. Oh, I messed up. It needs to be underneath the artifacts. And then you're going to be answering the following questions. What is this? Brief description. Why did I choose it? Brief rationale. What did I learn? If I'm going too fast, just pause, do all this, and then unpause. Okay, so what I like to do next, because mathematics has, I believe, let me look at the mentor text, mathematics has 3. What you want to do is put a place divider, and then let's do it again. This time it will be number 2. So click on text box, and then it's called math practices. So number 2, math practices. Make sure that it's below the divider line. And then what you're going to do is I would just copy and paste what you have at the top, like what I just did. Head back down, text box, paste. Okay. And then now it's time to put the placeholders. This time I'm just going to do 1. And then the last part, I just copy and paste what I have at the top, because remember, we're just making a template. Go back down to the bottom, click text box, paste. Let's do another divider. And then finally, it's number 3. And that one is student choice. So number 3, student choice. Same thing, put a placeholder. I'm going to do 3 this time. I don't know if I'll need it, but I can always erase it later. And then finally, copy and paste. Go back up, text box. Make sure that it's below the placeholders. Paste, and then you're done for that page. And now what we can do is we're going to copy these subpages and then change it up. So what I would do now is go back to pages. Actually, I'm going to do subject specific single subject. So if you are subject specific single subject, this one's for you. So make sure that you go click on whatever the math TPE or the religion TPEA, whichever one you created. So that it looks like this. And so yours is going to look, of course, a little bit different because for a single subject, you're just going to have, I'm trying to get to the mentor text. You're just going to have one. So what you're going to do is hit the text box, and then you're creating a template. So just write standard A here, and then you can fill it out when you get to it. And then let's put placeholders for your artifacts. I'm going to do 3 just in case I need it. And then same thing, answering the question. So go up to text box, click on that, and then you're writing, what is this? Brief description. Why did I choose it? Brief description. And then what did I learn? Brief synopsis of learning. And now you're done with your template. So now what we're going to do, we're going to stay with single subject. Let's duplicate these subpages. So math TPE, if you're math, you have 13 standards. So single subjects, however many standards you have is how many subpages you're going to create. So because we're doing math, we're going to do 13. And we do it in letters. So go back to pages, hover over where it says math TPEA, and then click on duplicate page. It's going to pop up, and I would erase copy of, erase A, and put B. What I like to do is then highlight math TPE, copy that, hit done. So now you're at math TPEB, but notice that it says TPA. Erase TPE A and put B. And then same thing down here. Instead of A, put B. And then you do it again. Hover over math TPEB, duplicate the page, and then change it to math TPEC. Click done. Now you're on math TPEC, but you notice because it duplicated math TPEB, you're going to have to make some changes. And then just keep duplicating the page until you have all 13 standards. All right, if you are subject specific multiple subjects, what I want for you to do is click on mathematics, and you'll see that yours looks like this. What I would do is now make sure you're on mathematics, hover over the 3 dotted line, duplicate the page, and these are the subjects that you need to add: ELA, science, health, social studies, the arts, physical education, and Bible. Okay, so what you want to do is, let me erase this, highlight this, and then type in ELA, hit done, and then you have your page. Change this to ELA, and then eventually you're just going to change all of these to fit whatever your standards, whatever you have there. And then what you want to do now, and then change mathematics to ELA. And then the same thing here. You'll just have to go in and change it, but it's better to have it all there so you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about um, messing it up. Okay, so it looks like that. And then just keep duplicating the page. And so the next one is science health. Hit done. Now you're on the page, but you want to change it, science health. And then of course change ELA to science health. And eventually you're going to change the title. And then the same thing here. And then just keep adding those pages until you're done. And then once you're done with that, you have a template. Your page will look similar to this. So multiple subjects. Yours will look like this. For mathematics, you'll have plans. Number 1, plans, implements, evaluates instructions. Math practices, student choice. Your ELA will look like this. Science and health will look like this. Social studies will look like this. The arts will look like this. And then the same thing with physical education and Bible. If you're single subject specific, you'll have however many pages you'll have, and then you'll have the template ready to go. So you can just write the standard, put your change the placeholders, and put whatever artifact you want, and then fill it out. So if you want to access this page, the easiest way to access it as your mentor text so that you can see what is it supposed to look like. What I would do is head to this site right now, bit.ly/puc.tpe. That is what the URL link is for this mentor text, bit.ly/puc-tpe. So when you do that, it'll take you to this page. And what I have for you is all of the information for you to use. If you have any questions, be sure to talk to your advisor, your field supervisor, and or email any of your professors, and we'll do our best to help you. Thanks.